It's time for the booktube newbie tag. All right, so 5 million years later, I'm finally doing this tag. Let's get into it. Number 1, why did you start this channel? I started this channel because I can't shut up. I talk way too much and I love talking about books and I don't do it enough in my real life. I used to work at a bookstore. I used to get paid to talk about books, and now I don't. It's sad. Also, books make me happy. I like talking about books. I like people who like books. Kind of self-explanatory. Number 2, what are some fun and unique things that I can bring to YouTube? So I did work at a used bookstore for 2 years. Holla. So I've not only gotten to learn a little bit more about the books that are out there, the different genres. I've gotten to check out and read a bunch of books that I normally would not have dabbled with, but I could read them for free at the bookstore. That experimenting, I think, has created a very unique set of books that I like and a wide range of books that I like so that I can give you guys better book recommendations. I also, back in the day, went to college for English literature and creative writing. So I do have that background in some of the classics and also some of the nifty new things that are out there, but mostly the dead folks. I'm a goofball. Hopefully you'll find me entertaining. Hopefully I can give you some good recommendations and we can have a good old time. Number 3, what are you most excited about for your channel? I'm excited about the fact that I'm finally doing this channel after talking about having a book YouTube channel for over a decade. I was talking to my one friend the other day who was like, oh, I'm glad you finally started that channel. You've only been talking about it since you were 13. And I'm like, yeah. So I did it. I'm a decade late, but I did it. But to be honest, nobody needed 14-year-old Kelly on the internet. It was a good thing she didn't make videos. It worked out for the best. But anyway, I'm excited for finally doing this channel. It's hopefully fun. Maybe I get a free book. Maybe. Penguin, hit me up. Why do I love reading? Because I get to forget about the world. Like, duh. When I was a little kid, when I was really little, it was pretty much escapism and pretentiousness. I got to feel smart and I get rewarded for it. Hey, so that's always great. Why do you love reading? Because it's cheaper than therapy. Yeah, so I read a mixture of fiction and nonfiction, and it's great that if you don't have the money for paying for a mentor or a conference or whatever, that you can just buy this book or rent it from a library and you can get a lot of the same information. Super sweet. And then with fiction, like the fact that it can make you feel the things and they're just scribbles on a page and like it can invoke emotion and it can evoke like almost like a similar hallucination. Like I'm envisioning the thing that you wanted me to envision. That's wild. That's so magical. Number 5, what book series got you into reading? Boring answer, Harry Potter. I was already reading before that, but I wasn't reading as much series, I don't think. I don't know. I think it was the first book that I could really talk to other people about because a lot of the books I read, less people had read, but everyone at least knew of Harry Potter and probably watched the movies. They didn't read the books. So yeah, I think that was the first series that had that communal fandom aspect before like fandoms became crazy. Number 6, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Some of my favorites are Carly, Ariel Bissett. I would just really love to like go to bookstores with some of my favorite booktubers, as cliche as that is. I think that would just be really dope. Questions for booktubers. How you figure out that editing software though? How do you figure out getting as many videos out as you do though? How do you read so fast though? Number 7, what challenges will be the hardest with booktube? Keeping up any kind of schedule. Video editing takes quite a bit of time. Filming requires a certain amount of things like light and relative quiet and me to be in a semi-good mood. I don't know. A whole lot of things. I'm probably overthinking it, but yeah. Number 9, where do I read? I read everywhere. I read on the toilet, and if anyone tells you differently, they're fucking lying. Girl's got digestive issues. She spends a lot of time on the pot. But yeah, I read on my phone. I read books. I listen to audiobooks. I read all the time. It's how I avoid reality, guys. Like, I'm very not knowledgeable in a lot of things because I'm spending time in the book world. And lastly, what kinds of books do I read? Like I said, I give everything a go. When I was working at the bookstore was like I'm gonna read a book in every aisle so that I'm more well-rounded. That's how I ended up falling down the rabbit hole of North Korean books because I read one and then I was like obsessed. Now I've read quite a handful of like business books, self-help books. I love me a good memoir. My first love was sci-fi fantasy, so that's always something I go back to. I love travel books. So you'll see a wide variety on this channel. I go in and out of like reading more fiction or reading more nonfiction, just depending on what I'm trying to do or if I'm trying to learn something or grow my business or whatever it is. She's a bit of a hipster, so I do like reading things that are less well-known, less mainstream. I want to read more translated books, more books by people of color and just different life experiences. Yeah, what else is there to say? Hi, how are you? If you got to the end of this video, dude, what you waiting for? Like and subscribe for more. Your girl needs 1,000 subs before she can get AdSense. This is only a fraction of my books, by the way. Since becoming a booktuber, I've gotten really bad at just buying any book that suits my fancy because I'm like, content. So like I have a bookshelf in my bedroom and I have the pile that we don't talk about that's right below this little table, which makes it pretend like it doesn't exist. And yeah, say hi in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Help me out on my journey to afford my book addiction. Let me know what you want to hear from me about. Do you want to hear about my time as a bookseller? Do you want to hear about going to school for creative writing and English literature? Hit me up. Give me ideas, folks. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.